Hello Internet, it's Ace of Spades, and you were probably expecting another Anime Oasis vlog. But you're wrong, because I didn't film a day four vlog. So, we're gonna do a haul video instead, because I bought too much stuff. It's mostly prints and other things like that. I hadn't realized until this very moment, as I'm looking over everything, how much Voltron stuff I bought, but it's a lot. And I bought a lot of Shiro stuff too, so oops. But anyway, I'm basically going to be showing off all the stuff that I got, and don't worry, there will be a link in the description to all of the artists whose things I bought. Yeah. I highly recommend checking them out because they're all very talented and stuff like that. Yeah, so we're going to start with the one thing that I bought from the dealer's room, which is a tiny plush penguin from Anime Palace. I really only bought this because one of my friends bought this in another color and I wanted to match. Because we just became friends this con, so, like, we'd met previously, but this was, like, yeah. Anyway, from Anime Palace, cute little penguin, good quality, squishy, good penguin. So I have everything, like, sprawled out right here. If you can't figure out why I'm looking down the whole time, it's because I'm trying to decide what to show you next. I guess next I'll show you, the things that I bought from Are You Ready Cosplay. So, I bought this tiny Izaya because I love him and he's great. And if I cosplay from that anime with too many R's, I would cosplay Izaya, because he's fun. And then I also got this ginormous, beautiful, aesthetic Shiro, because Season 6 didn't exist yet. Really beautiful stuff. I'd been eyeing this Shiro all weekend, and I was like, don't do it, don't do it. And then last day of con, I was like, I need the big Shiro photo, and also the tiny Izaya, because I'm weak. So this was the one thing that I didn't buy the last day of con, and it's from Modeko Arts. I do have all of these little cards, so I will keep everything with what it goes to, and I'll put a link in the description so you can check them out. But it's a tiny Thor, which I love because Thor is my favorite, and you can never go wrong with a tiny Thor keychain. So that's going on my keys as soon as I'm done filming this. Yeah. The next is a booth that I probably spent far too much money at because everything was just so beautiful and just gorgeous, and I'm definitely gonna say this wrong, but KazmaArts. So last year at Anime Oasis, I saw this really pretty aesthetic fox print. Kind of looks like a painting, but it's not actually a painting. Anyway, it's gorgeous, and I wanted it last year, and then the dealer's room was closed because they closed early because it was the last day of con, and I was dumb. But I got it this year, and I also got an aesthetic Voltron. If you can't tell, I'm very into aesthetic photos this year. Yeah, this one, it's got everybody on it. It's very pretty. It's very kind of subtly sparkly, which is fun. And it's just pretty. I kept looking back at this all day, and I was like, it's just pretty. And then I was, like, waiting for them to bag these, and I saw these 3 tiny keychains on the table, and I was like, I need one of each of those. Again, still Voltron, but I just loved how in character all of these were. So it's a tiny Lance, and he's just Bee and Lance, and then Tiny Crowlia, because you never see anything with her on it, and it's because she's a new character, but it's just, I needed it. I might have to do 2 parts because this is already getting long. And then there's Tiny Keith with his knife. Yeah, everything was just really pretty. I'm gonna skip that one and come back to it because I need to tell a story about that one. So the next one is from Sage Windfeather. I bought 4 little tiny prints. Got this Legend of Zelda one of Link on Epona, which is cool. I bought this because it made me think of James Potter from the Harry Potter series, because prongs. I bought this because I thought it was cool looking, and it was a 4 for $20 deal. And then I bought this because The Last Unicorn was my jam as a child, so that's a thing. I really have to appreciate the name on the next one. Inkqubus Arts. INK. It's a pun. It's great. I actually ended up buying 3 bookmarks from them, but I gave one to the friend who also got the penguin. Tiny Nagisa in a penguin onesie, because, you know, Mermaid Makoto, because, you know, yeah. And these guys were just super nice. I sat and talked to them for like 5 minutes, and they were just super chill. It was great. I'm gonna come back and talk about the pins that I bought from another table. So this was like 20 minutes before the artist alley was going to close, because it was the last day of con, and it was like, this was it. And I was like, dude, I have to get a Shiro commission. I have to. So I tracked down an artist that I like, and she wasn't doing any more commissions. But she turns to her table mate, and she's like, do you have time for one more commission? And she goes, yeah, I can do another one. What you looking at? And I was like, Shiro from Voltron. And she's like, I have no idea who that is, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So she's like, you know what? Come back in 15 minutes and I'll have this ready for you. So I leave. I come back 15 minutes later, and she just signed it, and she looks at me before she hands it to me, and she goes, you know, I have a friend who really likes Shiro, and she's really into the beef, so I added as much beef as I could. I was like, that's great. But yeah, here's my Shiro commission, which is adorable and lovely, and I love him. And I kept pulling this one out too, and I was just like, it's just, it's pretty. I don't know if you'll be able to see it because it's in pencil, but I like it. It's pretty. And this was Jaded Tongue, and she was out of the cards, so she just pulled out a paper and like drew me one, which was adorable. So yeah, definitely check her out because it turned out super adorable and I love it. And then there's this last bunch from firecatstudios. I wasn't gonna buy any buttons. I wasn't going to. But they had every Voltron character. Like, they had all of the paladins, they had Lotor, Allura, they had Karan, they had Matt. And I was like, I have to. And I looked at the people running the booth, and I was like, one of all of them. And they look at me and they're like, fair enough. And so these were supposed to be like, they were supposed to be like 8 for 10 or something, and they were like, you know what, it's the last day, we're just gonna give you like 10 for 10, just because, you know, we don't want to take them back. So I'll hold these up and like show them off individually. You might notice I got 2 Alluras because I have a really close friend who loves Allura, and so I'm gonna give one of these to her. next time I see her. Got a tiny Lotor, because Lotor. Space Dad. Space Uncle. The Sunshine Boy. Angry Boy. Flirty Boy. I like how I evolved from saying their names to just character description. Other Flirty Boy. And the actual bird. Yeah. But those ones were from firecatstudios. And they were another set of people that I stopped and just talked to for a while. And they were really cool. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of the stuff that I bought from Anime Oasis 2018. Let me know in the comments what your favorite thing that I bought was. Yeah, again, I will leave a link to each of the artists in the description, except for probably the penguin, because there wasn't really an artist. But, yeah, anyway, check them out, show them some love, say, hey, Ace of Spades thinks your art is really good. So, anyway, that's it for this week, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!